Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here coming at you with the third and final video for the Minecraft Platinum Trophy Guide or All Achievements Guide. Now, when we left off, I had finished doing some things over there and stuff in the nether. Now, I finally had found a nether fortress, and I'll show you here in a bit how long or how far away that was. But I was able to finally get some blaze rods. So if you haven't already done that trophy, that'll get you that trophy, as well as the gas trophy as well. But so I'm going over a few things. Now, I already have a potion of fire resistance, but I'm still going to show you how to make one. Now, if you don't have a potion stand, all it takes is one blaze rod and three cobblestone. Don't know why I removed the potted plant. There we go. As you'll see right here in case you need it, but since I already have one, I'm not going to make one. So from here, what you want to do is simply, we'll just split this and then power our stations. Now you will need bottles or water bottles filled with water and stuff like that. So what you can do since you're trying to if you're trying to make the most, you'll use 3 potions, but for the sake of showing you videos, I'm just going to show you how to make some. Let me see if I can find where I put it. I think I remember now. Right. There we go. So what we're going to do is simply add nether wart. And once this potion is done, you'll then add a magma cream, and this will get us the potion of fire resistance. Now, upon doing so, we'll be working on doing 2 trophies. One is to simply make a potion, and then the second one is to make a potion, or to swim in lava. So that'll be 2 trophies right there. As you'll see, once this is finished, it'll make us another potion of fire resistance. There we go. So then, if you happen to have a pool of lava or anything like that, like I already have, or if you happen to have a above land trash can, which is the best term that most people use for these lava areas, it's a good place to just have something that you can just get rid of. You can then swim in the lava, as you'll see. And then we can be done with that. That's 2 trophies done. Then we can head back. Now we only have 2 more trophies or 2 more potions that we're really going to need to make in order to get all of them. So the next one that you want to do is once again have some nether wart. Make an awkward potion. Then we'll just, if we can, take half of that. So we'll get that. Then we'll add some actual, if I can do it, some blaze powder into the actual brewing stand instead of as fuel. This will give us a strength potion. And then if you have some glowstone dust, we can make it an even stronger potion. As you'll see here, we'll then remove that, add the glowstone dust. Now the reason why we're doing this is so that we can safely deal 9 hearts of damage in 1 hit, as it's probably going to be one of the more frustrating trophies if you don't know how to do this, as well as them updating and changing things. So now it's a strength potion of 2, which will just basically increase our chances of getting stuff done. If I can remove this, Jesus. So now what we're going to do is add our fermented spider eye, which is required by having a spider eye, a mushroom, and I believe sugar. And then we'll need gunpowder. Now, what this potion is going to be used for is to cure a zombie villager, which you'll need to do in order to get a trophy for curing a zombie villager, as well as being able to have a villager that you can trade with. Now, if you can get this done close to your base, that's great, because as you'll see here, we'll get a potion of weakness. So then if we add gunpowder, it'll then make it a splash potion of weakness, which is pretty cool. See, these are pretty simple formulas, but getting the materials is sometimes quite annoying, as just having enough blaze powder is a bit annoying. We'll go into more detail about dealing 9 hearts of damage and stuff like that. So as you'll see, splash potion of weakness. So now we can take all of that out, be done with that. We'll sleep just to be on the safe side. Oh. Oh, that was really close. Oh, okay. So if you want to, you can drop all this stuff off or not. So now what we're going to do is find our... we already have it on us. So now we just need... What was it? Okay, we already got it. So the next trophy we'll work on making is using our iron block that we place. Make a T shape. Come on. There we go. As you'll see, you'll make a iron golem. Now you'll have a security guard for your base. That'll be another trophy. We'll just go and drop all this back off. We'll also make some Eyes of Ender while we're at it, just so we remember. This requires Ender Pearls and having Blaze Powder. Oh, almost done. We'll talk about the Eyes of Ender in a minute, so we'll come back to that. I'll just put them in here with everything that I do not need. Now the next thing that we'll do, since we're already here, is I've been working on and making my on a rail trophy, as it's taken quite a bit of iron to get. Luckily, with how the new iron system works, you can use a looting pickaxe to get more iron now instead of just getting a bunch of iron ores. So you can basically have these spread out in things of 20. So like every one powered rail, you can do 20 normal rails and then do a powered rail. It's going to be a little bit slower, but it's a safer way of doing it, as you won't need as much gold to do this. And it's roughly about, I'd say, 10 to 20 seconds on this, and you'll be fine. See, we have a ravine there and stuff like that. Now, I've built this to where this goes all the way towards the start of where we spawned at, just to be more helpful for if people join and want to get this trophy or anything like that. Like I said before, I'll definitely be happy to help people do that. As this video is going to be the last one in the series, as most of the information isn't too hard. It's just a little bit of time devoted to doing certain things, you know? Like, on last gen, it's not as easy getting Endermen to spawn, you know, that kind of deal. On our left over here, we actually had a broken nether portal I've just spotted and mined out, got some stuff. But yeah, so the last few trophies that you should be working on is just getting ready for the end and the miscellaneous trophies that require a bit of time. Finding pumpkins is a little bit annoying, especially if you end up with a world like mine, which is mainly acacia biomes and just desert biomes. That's like all of my world is. I had to go like 2,000 blocks in the direction we're going just to reach a village that had any pumpkins, and it was quite annoying. But yeah, I'll probably be trying to finish getting the rest of the rails done to connect to the start, which is right there. So we almost made it all the way back to the start before it was done. Stuff like that, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much this first bit done so far. Now I'm actually going to show you guys how far away it took me to reach my nether fortress, as it was a long journey, and it was quite ridiculous about me getting to it. But yeah, and then as well, I'll go over the last couple of trophies that you should have. Like I said, the last one you will need to go find a jungle biome and tame an ocelot, which will require raw fish. You'll just need to mine out a good area and then find it. Then you'll just need to be still, like kind of crouch, hold the fish out, make sure it's a raw fish. They'll come up to you, and then you'll be able to feed it. It's kind of like similar to how it is with taming dogs. You'll need to just hit them, well, not hit them, but feed them a couple of times, and then they'll be tamed, of course. So there's that. But yeah, that's pretty much really all there is to it. And then going over the last two trophies, which should be the end and the end with the question mark. As well as probably the longest trophy, which will be just surviving so many days. And then if you have to, you can easily just start a new world and then explore it, delete it, rinse and repeat that on current gen to get the adventuring time trophy, which requires you to discover so many different biomes. So there's that. But yeah, so now I'm going to show you in the nether how far away it took me to find my fortress. Now, if you haven't already made a full stack of iron armor, that'll get you another trophy. Drop off some stuff, and we'll be on our way. Yeah. All right, so let's do that. All right, so here is the nether spawn. Now, I had to come all this way. I'm not going to jump as I don't want to tire out my stamina bar, possibly end up dying. But in the process of me doing this, I have died multiple times. It's just, there's been times where I've been hit by a ghast, fallen in. All I ended up losing was a couple of stacks of cobblestone and maybe a pickaxe or two. I have avoided losing my map and stuff like that. So as you'll see in the top left, right underneath my character, you'll see how far away we've had to go to find this fortress. Because while I make these bridges and try and branch out from my base, as you'll see up above me, I try and just be on the lookout. You know, just try and look around, see when stuff would render in that I normally couldn't see. You know, especially in areas like this, to where you can look up and around and to the side. Nothing. I was not seeing anything at all, and it was quite frustrating. But eventually, last night, more or less kind of this morning, I should say, while I was uploading a video related to battle passes and video games and stuff like that, while I was doing that, I was on here offline, just trying to find a fortress. You know, nothing major, just trying to finally find it. And then I did. Now, like I said, while you are doing this and have these bridges, there'll be times where a ghast will spawn close to the bridges, and it'll make it a little bit easier to hit their fireballs back at them. Like I said, having your fist out or something that has a quick swing that you can take note of will be very helpful. But so eventually I started reaching almost 500 blocks away, and it got a little ridiculous. It really did, you know? So I went over there, and then I finally just decided to branch off this way because normally nether fortresses will spawn in nether waste biomes, which is basically considered the old nether, which is the one we're in right now. It's no forest or nothing, it's just blank boringness. As you'll see right here, all around me, nothing. Now to the left we do have a basalt, or that biome. I don't remember its exact name, of course. You have to forgive me for that one. But eventually I just kept branching out this way, and I was just like, maybe I'll finally find it. You know, because most fortresses spawn in open areas, so they won't be just hidden in a random wall or mountain of nether. It won't ever be like that. But so eventually I kept coming, and I finally reached this new biome. And I was just like, oh man, I'm not liking this. Not happy about it. But, so as I came up here, I started going forward a little bit, but then I kind of veered off over that direction, and then I finally saw it. The glimpse of hope. I was like right over there, and I seen it, and I was just like, no way. So then I came down over here, connected my bridge, and as you can see, I finally found it. It was very annoying, and just off to the right, as you'll see that cobblestone right where my crosshair is a actual blaze rod portal. So you'll see we have a bunch of enemies and stuff like that. That was actually really close to almost hitting us. As you'll see, because we have our iron armor on, that will be fine. I'll show you our dispenser, just so you'll see it. Whenever I actually do find the blaze rod spawner, I like to specifically build stuff like this. That way that they can't escape or get away or fly out, and then you kill them and then they drop their blaze rods. It's quite annoying. And then I actually explored a little bit. We'll get to a more safer area. But I was able to find a couple of diamonds here, stuff like that. You know, found the nether wart, as you will need to find that for your potions and stuff like that. But yeah, and this is how far away it took me to find my nether fortress. So I'll see you all back at home when we're all nice and safe and have all of our items. Just keeping an eye out. Don't want to die, you know. Yay! Last quick little trophy that I forgot to mention was to craft a dispenser, which you'll need to do. All that you need is simply... I forgot. Where is it? Well, basically all you need is cobblestone, redstone dust, and a bow. And this will allow you to make a dispenser. That'll be a trophy in itself, as you'll see right here. Boom, simply, that's it, it's done. Now, one thing I am going to go over while I am thinking about it is related to Eyes of Ender. Now, if you were on last gen, you can easily do something to make your life 1,000 times easier. So what that is I'm not going to demonstrate it, but I'm going to basically say it. So if you hit the options, you can then save the game and, you know, exit. On last gen, you can easily exit a game without saving it, or you can load a game, save it, you know, stuff like that. It's kind of weird. So what you do is you have your Eyes of Ender. You'll then find a nice open-esque area, I guess would be the best term to say. And then what you want to do is hit your options and then save the game. So then what you want to do is throw your Eye of Ender. It'll then go in a direction and then be all like, hey, go this way. And then it has a chance to pop or just fall down to the ground. I'll show you right now. As you'll see, it'll go in the direction of where the fortress is supposed to be, and then it'll drop down. So you'll just simply do that until you find your your fortress, so the Eye of Ender will go into the ground, and that's how you'll know where to go down. So what you can do is, since you've saved the game, if you don't save and exit the game without saving, you'll then be back at where you saved last time. So you'll still have all of your Eyes of Ender if any of them have popped. So basically this lets you kind of cheese the game a little bit so you save time by not having to go get more Eyes of Ender, which is very nice. But yeah, so you can easily do that. And that's just a little cheese that you can do on last gen, because getting Eyes of Ender Pearls in general are a lot harder on last gen. So now, the last couple of trophies that you should have left are curing a zombie villager, which will require something similar to this, or similar to that, like you used for the zombie or the sniper duel trophy. as doing something like this gives you enough space to work with. You'll have to do this at night, of course. Find a nice open area. Simply try and just run around, um, despawn and respawn enemies, so like you could go from here all the way over to there, then run back. Once you find your zombie villager, kill everything that isn't the zombie villager, of course. That way you only have that hitting you, because having a bunch of things smack on you is not fun. And then you basically create that, and then what you'll want to do is have a golden apple and your splash potion of weakness. So if you take your splash potion of weakness and throw it at the zombie and then feed them a golden apple, it'll then take a bit of time. So that's why we build a little area that's safe for it to be in case it becomes daytime. And then you can like just chill here, build a little another alcove around you. That way nothing's going to sneak up on you and hurt you. And then you'll just wait for the villager to be cured. It will take a bit of time. It's not like an instantaneous thing where you do it and then boom, it's cured. No, it's going to take a bit of time. And then the last thing to do is finally how to deal 9 hearts of damage. Now on last gen, you don't have to do this. It's only for current gen. Now if you're on current gen, you should be up to date as it's the best method of ensuring that you get the best gear, which is netherite. I'm in the process of getting that, as I have found at least 2 ancient debris or debris in the nether so far, and that will give you the strongest base hitting weapon. Then of course, as we all know, you need to come use enchantments and all that to hopefully get good enchantments, or you can fish and then maybe get books, you know. Depending on the book, of course, will determine how good it is for you. I have a Bane of Arthropods 5. That one is actually going to be pretty good as, not 5, 4. But basically certain enchantments have certain abilities. Now I'm just going to pause here for a moment, just because it'll be easier for me. There we go. Alright, but yeah, so certain enchantments have certain effects. So Bane of Arthropods is anything that is spider, which is the only thing in the game. But there is Sharpness, which basically just gives you general attack against everything. You've then also got Smite, which is towards undeads, which is good to know. But yeah, so certain enchantments are good for certain things. You can always remove them, of course, at a grinder right here. My anvil's getting a little worn out. But yeah, so I'm going to switch to when I have all of that said and done and go over that in detail. And if I happen to find a zombie villager, I will then try and do that too. So I'll see you all when that's said and done. Right, now as you can see everybody, I have myself a netherite sword with the Bane of Arthropods 4 on it, as well as being able to drink our potion of strength. This will give us plenty of attack speed, or attack damage. Now, as you'll see, the best thing to try and do would be to hit a critical hit, which will be when you're jumping and falling. You'll see, because you'll hit those specific little, what are the words? They'll look like stars. I'll show you right here. Boom. You'll see, easily take down a horse as well. Now, with just having the netherite and a potion of strength, you should be able to do 9 hearts of damage in one hit, but in case you happen to, need a little bit extra, then you can always just get a enchantment book or try and find luck through the enchanting table. It's like the only ways you can do it. I was prepared to try and cure a zombie villager this last night, but I was not lucky and didn't get to find any. There are methods that you can use to make zombie villagers, and that is by just luring a zombie and having them attack a villager specifically, and that'll make one. But I like trying to just have them spawn because it's so much less stress on my end. But I also did find the end portal, which was huge news for me. I'll probably show that at the end of this video. I'm not going to end up fighting the Ender Dragon, but I will more or less just show you guys the methods that I always try and go about trying to find my end portal, and then what I do once I find it. So yeah, so probably the last trophy that I'll have for this video is just curing a zombie villager, which surprisingly, it's going to be right next to our end portal, which would be up north in the desert area in the top right. So I'll probably see you all once we get that set up. So yeah, I will see you all then. Right, and as you can see, we are back now, and we have officially rescued a zombie villager, cured him up, and all that. So, like I said, as of now, the last few things trophy-wise that you need are simply just surviving so many days, which you can easily just AFK or do on your own time. Shouldn't take too long to do. Um, Taming an ocelot, which I've already talked about, so you'll just need to go find a jungle village or a jungle biome. And honestly, the last main thing to do would be to get 30 diamonds, or not 30 diamonds, 30 emeralds, which you can either get by mining or trading with a villager. And then, of course, as always, the last two things are related to the end. So actually finding your stronghold, going down, placing your Eyes of Ender, and going into the end will get you one trophy, and then the next one will be for actually defeating the Ender Dragon. Now, as of right now, I'm going to show you guys the zombie villager I have. I could probably take a railing, which would make this a little bit faster, but I'm going to use this as time to talk. So yeah, basically I was able to finally get one. I wasn't able to make one, I had some bad luck. But I was able to find one, trap him, cure him. I did run all the way back to base once and then back to where he was, and he was still there. He didn't despawn. I was going to try and give him a name tag, maybe stop him from despawning, just because I was a little worried. Simply because of the fact that he has a really good trades for emeralds. One of them is related to iron, one of them is related to flint, and the other one is related to coal. The iron one is really good, especially with how the system is now. Now, note, you only have to do the trading on current gen. You don't have to do it on PS3 and Xbox. You will have to do the on a rail, you will have to do the whole Ender Dragon boss fight. And like I said, depending on things and how stuff goes, I'll try and have the world open for people to come and do stuff. So like, if you want to get the 9 hearts of damage, if you want to get all the wool, you know, if you want diamonds to you, if you want the on a rail stuff, I will gladly help you guys do that. It's just, you know, as one trophy hunter to another, being able to help out is always really nice, as it lets me expand and be able to do things. So here on the left, that's right, I left my map back at base. I'm not going to be using this netherite sword for the Ender Dragon fight, as I'm not actually going to do the Ender Dragon fight, simply because I might save that for a future goal of mine to want to eventually try and do. So if you see, we come down here, we got our villager. Now you see for half off on coal, so for 9 coal we could get 1 emerald. For 1 iron ingot we can get 8 emerald, and for 24 flint we could get 1 emerald. I don't know why I'm stuttering here. I'm going to level them up, that way I have access. Now, if we really wanted to, what we could do is we could spend 1 emerald to get a diamond hoe, which would be... I feel like it would be a little useless, but... Now, wait just a minute. What is this? We don't have enough, do we? No! It's okay. Okay. I'm curious, what is... Can I inspect this? Unbreaking 2 is actually... It's not a bad shovel to have. So I guess I could just spend my emeralds eventually. You also do get XP for doing this, which is really cool. As you'll see here, different trades. I'm curious, will it let me? No, it will not let me, dang. But yeah, so that's the trading. Next off is going to be the end portal. As you'll see, I've branched off. This is how I like to do my system in Minecraft. It's very inefficient, I feel like, but it helps me just know where the important areas are. As long as I have everything connected to like a central line, then I feel like it's easier. The downside, of course, is that I don't have a fast way of getting from one place to another, you know, as it's just how it goes. If you're wondering why there's gaps in these, I'm going to finish up this rail for when I do officially have the server open to let people join and get specific trophies. Like I said, there's a few that I'm not going to allow just because I want to save those for a bigger goal, you know, which seems a little rude and selfish, but there's a reason for it. But if you all remember this starting village that I came to in the first episode, I think I might have mentioned it. Now, the funny thing that with the Ender Pearls and Eyes of Ender is that I'll show you before I go down, is that it led me over to here. And what I mean by here is I mean this pit that I made. And as you can see, I tried to mine in a staircase all the way down, that way I was safe while I was going down, and then could easily come back up in case something happened. But then, as you see, I always like to build a staircase directly from one of the corner slabs or corners of the end room. What's up with this water? What's going on here? Ah. I was wondering what was going on. Well, while I'm here, I guess I could grab this iron for work on the project. But as you can see here, we found our end portal, and it already has 2 of them filled. Now, luckily, I have 13, 12, one of those numbers, so I easily have enough to fill this out and complete it, but I'm not going to, like I said. This was actually a fairly easy portal for me to find, as most of the portals I have come across have taken a bit of time simply because of how the setup of the uh, base is down here. Fortress, whatever you want to call it. I did take out the silverfish spawner. You know, I have no reason to keep it. But yeah, so I think this might actually be the final video in the series, as this is just going to be for getting the platinum trophy for Minecraft, as you do not need the DLC packs. You just need base game. If you want to do the DLC packs, then that's totally up to you. I'm just trying to make a guide to help you guys get the platinum trophy as simple as possible. And yeah, so once this video goes live, probably gonna let it be a month. So like if you add me on PlayStation at, the same as my YouTube name, it'll be all caps. So that, you know, you'll know what it is. Then yeah. There we go. So yeah, you'll be able to just when you add me, just have a message stating, "Hey, uh, hear about the Minecraft trophies." If I don't immediately get back to you, don't mean it as me saying no. Um, like I said, there will be some trophies I'm not immediately helping people do, and there's some I'm trying to help people do, like I said. And so because of that, I'll probably let you know in a response message that, hey, I can do these trophies, or I will not do these trophies, but I will do these trophies that you're asking. Just stuff like that. And try not to get too mad if I say no to you, as it's nothing personal. It's just, it takes me a lot longer to try and efficiently do other things than, that. So, because like if I really wanted to, I'd need to set up a specific farm and stuff for ghasts, which I maybe will eventually do. So once I get that set up, then it probably will be a lot easier for me to help people do the end stuff. But just as of right now, I'd like to be able to dedicate time to making other guides for other games, but still allow help for Minecraft. Because as somebody who used to have to work, I know that not everybody has a lot of free time to do stuff. So that's why, I'm willing to try and help out. Not just fully give you the platinum trophy, as I sometimes feel like you also need to earn them, which is a little hypocritical, I guess, of me, because I also sell platinum trophies. Not often, but I actually do that. But yeah, so I think that's going to be the end of this platinum trophy guide for now. Um, let me know what you guys think. If it's been helpful, if it hasn't, things I could have done and said that would have made it easier or been more informational. Always appreciate people who are willing to leave helpful information in the comment section. Stuff that's worth pinning or just liking in general. It's the kind of stuff I'll try and spread. I don't know why I don't have my custom character. But yeah, so this has been Mr. Pilgrim, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.